Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards, independent Stepping Up demonstrator, coming to you from Iowa. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Please leave a comment. Let me know that you're watching and where you're watching from. Today, we're going to make a fun fold card, quick and easy, and we're going to be using squirrels. Yes, we're going to be using the Fluffy Squirrel Bundle. It's a stamp set that comes with a punch. And if you know me, you know I love punches because they're quick and easy, right? If this is your first time here, welcome, and welcome all of you that are returning. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing by clicking that subscribe button. I really appreciate that, and it helps me get this video out to more people. If you're watching on Facebook, give me a like, a thumbs up, I guess it is, and I appreciate that too. All right, we're going to turn the camera down, and we're going to get started. So you will find Fluffy Squirrel in our September to December mini catalog on page 49. So 49 is the stamp set, and the punch has the acorn punch out and the squirrel. So it's a really cute set. You have Go Nuts for It's Your Birthday. Can't wait to see you again. May you gather happiness. And then you have a little flower, a gift, part of it, the stump of a tree. And here you can make your tree. And then you have two squirrels because it is a two-step stamping. So you stamp the outline, then you stamp the image. And then just one of the squirrels, this one right here, is the one that the punch will punch out. All right. Well, today we're going to be using 3 inks, black, early espresso, and pumpkin pie. But what I love about this, you can make these squirrels just lots of different colors. And actually, yes, early espresso. You can make them crumb cake. You can use basic gray. There's gray squirrels. There's actually even a very colorful squirrel. I looked that up the other day of colors of squirrels, and it always amazes me what I can find out. But you're going to start, we're going to start today with a piece of crumb cake cardstock, and this is cut at 4 1/4 by 11. So 4 1/4 by 11. I'm going to bring in our trimmer, and we're going to be doing some scoring. So on the crumb cake that's 4 1/4 by 11, I'm going to put it in on the long side. So the long side is going to go in the trimmer, and I'm going to get my cutting blade, which is the dark one, out of the way because I want to score at 2 and I want to score at 7 1/2. So I need to open my arm of my trimmer, bring this back, and so just 2 score lines, 2 and 7 1/2. Score those on the long side. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and fold. I'm going to fold those both in. So it's going to open up like this, okay? And then I have 2 circles. I have the largest stylish circle in die cut already in early espresso, and then next to the largest in basic white. We're going to need a piece of basic white that is cut 5 by 3 3/4, and this is for the inside of our card. But before we put that in there, I'm going to bring in a piece of Designer Series paper. And the Designer Series paper that I am using is the Woven Textures. And I just think it goes quite well with some of the patterns, go really quite well for using fluffy squirrels. And then on the back. So this is another one that I think would be really good right here. And we're going to be using this pattern today. And I already have those cut. Okay, so I'm going to bring in, and I have two. I'm not sure why, because I only need one. But I'm going to go ahead and bring in this Designer Series paper. And let's see, this is cut at 3/4 by 5. So 3/4 by 5. So let's go ahead and add that. This would be, this on the back side would be perfect too to use. So I just thought this was a great Designer Series paper to use with the fluffy squirrels, because it looks kind of has those colors in there, you know. I felt like that was a little short, so we'll just, there we'll go. We'll just put a little peek of. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and add this inside our card. Now, if you want to do any stamping on the inside layer, do that before you add it inside your card. Well, one reason it's easier to stamp before you put it inside your card base, and the second reason is because if you make a mistake, then you can still turn it over and use the back side of your cardstock, right? All right, so let's go ahead and decorate the front with our Designer Series paper. And this piece here is 4 by 3 1/4. Again, it is 3 1/4, 3 1/4 by 4. I'm going to open it up like this. I could show you the finished card, couldn't I? I will do that as soon as I add the other Designer Series paper. And then this Designer Series paper, I'm making it the same. You could change it. You know, you could put the other side on there. And this is 1 3/4 by 4. So it's almost 2 inches. But 1 3/4 by 4. And I'm going to try to line that up even with that, with the other one on the other side. Okay, and then we have a scrap of basic white for our squirrels. So I'm going to lay this aside. I'm going to show you what we're going to, how the finished card will look, and then we'll finish ours. So here is the card. May you gather happiness. All right, so we're going to bring in, usually I find if I stamp the outline first, it works better. But I was thinking I've been working with this Fluffy Squirrels for a few days, and I'm thinking that it's just the opposite for this one, it seems like for me. So I'm going to stamp the one that's smooth. So this would be the inside of the squirrel. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this up in pumpkin pie. And then I'm just going to stamp that right there. And then close that up. And I'm going to come back with the outline. And the outline, you can kind of see it is the outline. You kind of feel the ridges. So that's how you know it's the outline. And I'm going to go ahead and ink this up. Just tap, tap, tap. And then we will line it up. Now I'm looking at that eye. I'm trying to line the eye up right there. And then as I do that, I'm looking at the ear. Then you just have to make a commitment and go for it eventually. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I guess I do need to clean these because I am going to make both of these squirrels the same. So that way we can use the punch. So now we are going to use Early Espresso ink. So we're going to make a darker squirrel. I think what I will do is go ahead and punch out this squirrel just because then I know how much room I have for our other squirrel. Okay. Now we're not using the acorn today. We could add an acorn, but we're not. So I'm going to bring back the inside of the squirrel, the body of the squirrel. And we'll go ahead and we will ink this up in Early Espresso. And of course we could, let's just see how it would be if we stamp on our scrap of paper and then onto our cardstock. So you can make a lighter squirrel too if you wanted to. This will change a little bit of color when it dries. But it is fairly dark. But it's kind of a contrast to our pumpkin pie, our orange squirrel. So now we're going to ink up the outline. And once again, I'm going to go with that eye, looking at that ear, looking at that tail, and then just go press down and straight up. And let's get the lid on. We are going to use the Early Espresso in just a few minutes for our sentiment. And then we will go ahead and line up. How many of you like punches? I know I sure do. Guess I should have finished the other squirrel, but we don't need that squirrel today. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp May You Gather Happiness. And I'm going to put that on the right-hand side. So there is room, because I'm going to add one of my squirrels over here. So we'll ink this up. And we'll put it about right here. We'll try to get it straight. You gather happiness. But we can always, there we go. We can turn it like that. That will work. All right, now let's layer our two circles together. So this is a quick and easy fun fold. And I like quick and easy. That way you can send more cards that way, right? Don't forget to send your cards. So I'm going to layer this basic white stylish shape next to the largest circle on the early espresso, the largest die. I die cut the largest using the largest circle of the stylish shapes. All right, now I'm going to attach this here. And on my sample card, I did not pop it up with dimensionals. I just adhered it, and then, so let's go ahead for something different. Let's go ahead and add dimensionals, and let's go ahead and pop this up. Okay, so I have to add dimensionals just on the left side because I want to be able to open my card, right? So you're going to line it up. And that works pretty well. We'll bring in our dimensionals. So you could pop this up with dimensionals, or you could just adhere it as I did on the sample card. Take those backings off. And now when I line this up, I want about the same amount of space up here as I do below. So I'm going to kind of center it. And then I can open, and the dimensions don't show. And then we're going to add our squirrel right here. And I think we'll add a second one maybe down here. So I'm going to go ahead and, even though this is popped up, I'm going to go ahead and pop up our little squirrel. This might be good. If you're going to send it, I probably would not. I would just adhere it. But if you're going to hand deliver it, then I think, of course, you can pay extra and still mail it with all the dimensionals. So, may you gather happiness. So I have a dimensional here, here, and then on the tail. And then for our early espresso, I'm going to just go ahead and add adhesive. And I think I'm going to just overlap it a little bit like that. Okay, now we're going to bring in our embellishments. And these are the beautiful Cajun Craze and gold dots. If you don't have these yet, you definitely want to purchase. These are so pretty. Cajun Craze, and then they have gold specks in them. I don't know if my camera does justice or not. And I think I'll use the putty end. I'm going to put one here. Put one up here. And then I'm going to use the small ones. All right, so here is our card today. Quick and easy, fun fold. May you gather happiness. And then you can write your message in here. So I hope you like this card. Here is our sample card. So the only difference is that I did not pop up the stylish shapes, whereas on this one I did. I don't know that you can really tell the difference from the camera, or even I can tell the difference that much. But I do like the squirrel being popped up. All right. Well, it is time for barn chats. I have two things I want to talk about in barn chat. The first thing is my Rustic Ink Creations Club. And the last day to sign up, if you want to get the October club, is tomorrow at midnight, the 15th at midnight. I'm going to be using the Delicate Pines bundle. If you don't have this bundle, you can use whatever you have, or you can even add it on, and I pay the tax and shipping on it. But that's the bundle we're going to use. We're going to be using 3 inks: Cherry Cobbler, Shaded Spruce, and Old Olive. So if you wanted your cards to be exactly like mine, those are the 3 inks that we're going to use. And the club, you receive in the mail 6 cards, 2 each of 3 designs, $25 a product. And it is a recurring subscription. You can cancel anytime, give it a try for a month. If you stay 6 months consecutively, you receive a $25 swag bag. And let me show you a sneak peek of the cards. But before I do that, let me just show you, if you haven't seen this beautiful, this is part of a Sweet Delicate Pines bundle. Is part of a Sweet Elegant Pine Snowflakes. And the paper is just gorgeous. And the dies will even cut out the snowflakes. So this is some of the paper that is that goes with the Delicate Pines. All right, if you are a club member and you want to be surprised, because I ship club out the last week of the month, so you have to the 15th to sign up, and then it ships out at the end of the month. Of course, once you sign up, you don't need to sign up every month. All right, let's look at the first card. So the first card is a fun fold. Warmest wishes. It's the most magical time of the year. So here is our first card. You'll make 2 of those, of that one. You'll make 2 of this one. Warmest wishes. It's also a fun fold. I love these little fronds. I don't know what you call them. And our third card, which would be card 5 and 6, it's the most magical time of the year. I haven't put my basic white in there, but you will get a basic white cardstock for the inside. So the embossing will be done. The embossing is from a Jolly Holly. So the embossing will be done. The cardstock will be cut for you. And then you will have a tutorial. You will receive a tutorial and a summary video where I show you how to make each of the products, and you make 2 of each. Again, and the price is $44. And in the description, you'll find a link that tells you about that. All right, let me turn the camera up and talk to you about the second item. I wanted to take a few minutes and talk to you about why I love being a part of Stampin' Up. The reason that I decided to become involved in Stampin' Up was because of the color coordination. I had gone to big box stores, and I just could not get the ink to match the cardstock, to match the ribbon. And I discovered that in Stampin' Up, plus the quality of the products that I love. And then I have stayed with Stampin' Up over 5 years because, and I will continue, because not only because of their wonderful product, but because of all the wonderful people that I have met, the friendships. It just amazes me how here I am in Iowa, and I can talk and meet so many other crafters all over not only the United States, but all over the country. So that has been a really blessing in my life. And I'm very grateful for all the friendships that I have made in Stampin' Up. And of course, the discount that I receive on my products is a definite perk. And I now have some people that are part of my group called Rustic Barn Stampers. And I would love for you to be a part of Rustic Barn Stampers. We meet monthly on Zoom because we're all over the country, and they receive all my tutorials and my retreats free. So there are also some perks in that, plus training, and we have a lot of fun together. So if you've ever thought about becoming part of Stampin' Up, this is the best time I have ever seen. And that is, we have two offers. You can call it a starter kit. You choose a starter kit. It's $35. And you choose $125 a product. There's free shipping. And then your very next order, you receive a 20% discount. There is another offer that you can pay $99 and choose $189 a product. Again, free shipping, and on your very next order, you'd receive 20% discount. So our normal cost for the starter kit is $99, and you choose $125 product. But this month, the month of October of 2025, it's one of the choices that you can choose. It's $35. I mean, why not give it a try, right? See if it's a right fit for you. It may or may not be, but for $35 and you can choose $125 worth of product, it's worth thinking about. So reach out to me if you have any questions. And again, there's some information in the description. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate it. I hope everyone's going to have a great week, and I will see you next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central. Take care, and bye for now.